Have you ever looked into another's eyes and felt stillness, as if for a moment you were not seeing a person, but a landscape, a silent mountain, a clear river, and in that gaze, you felt a resonance with something deep inside of you, a recognition of a path you didn't even know you were walking? What if this feeling is not a fleeting fantasy? What if your eyes are not merely organs that see the world, but are themselves a map of your inner world, a quiet reflection of the spiritual work you came here to do? In the lineage I come from, wisdom is often passed not in loud proclamations, but in quiet observation. We are taught that the patterns of the cosmos are reflected in the smallest of things. Your eye color, we learn, is not an accident of birth. It is a seed that contains the blueprint of a very specific spiritual potential. It is the soil your soul has chosen, containing the precise nourishment for the lessons you are here to master. You may have already sensed this. You notice how certain souls seem to move through life with a particular energy, a certain gravity, a certain lightness, and you can almost feel it in their gaze. The ancient ones understood this. They did not need complex systems. They learned to read the heart by looking at the energy it projected, and the eyes are the clearest springs from which this energy flows. Yet, many of us walk a path that is not our own. We feel a deep friction in our lives, a constant effort. We wonder why we feel adrift, why we cannot find our true ground. It is because we are fighting the nature of our own soil. If you have ever felt you are a seed planted in the wrong garden, I invite you to be still for a moment. The journey we are about to take is not outward, to seek answers, but inward, to simply see what is already there. This sense that there is a deeper rhythm to your life is true. That feeling that you have a purpose that you cannot quite hold. It is not a dream. It is your inner nature trying to speak to you. In my tradition, we call these patterns a person's energetic signature. These are not abstract ideas. They are living currents that shape how we feel, how we connect, how we serve. And the old masters taught that these currents are often mirrored in our physical form, most clearly in the eyes. This is a simple truth. Your eye color is like the earth of a particular region. The patterns in your iris are not just biology. They are the contours of your inner landscape. They reveal the work your spirit has chosen for this life. Think of those you have met. How some gazes feel like coming home to a warm fire. How others feel like a clear, cool spring that washes away confusion. This is not coincidence. This is your energy and their energy recognizing each other's path. The old teachings, from the mountains of the east to the forests of the west, all knew this in their own way. They saw the eyes not as windows, but as doorways to a person's spirit. But modern life has made us forget how to listen. We have been taught that our body is a machine, a collection of random parts. The result, a world filled with souls walking against their own current. They are tired, they are lost, because every day they try to force the river to flow uphill. If you have ever felt this invisible resistance, this struggle against the flow of your own life, breathe. You are about to remember how to listen to the river. The truth is, your eyes have been whispering your purpose to you since birth. You were just taught to listen to the noise of the world instead, to see a feature, not a pathway. Today, we will learn to listen again. Let us begin with the color of the earth itself, brown. If your eyes are brown, you may have been told they are common. This is like saying the earth that sustains all life is common. In my lineage, these souls are known as guardians of the deep earth. Their path is to provide the stillness and foundation for humanity. They are the harbor in the storm. They are here to hold the space in which others can grow. What gives this path its power? The richness of brown in the eye is like deep, fertile soil. It has a direct connection to the ancient, foundational energy of life. Those on this path can draw upon a silent wisdom that has been gathered over lifetimes. This is why they often feel like ancient souls. They carry the weight of the mountain within them. They are naturally pulled towards practices of healing, of teaching, of cultivating and protecting life. Their presence alone can make others feel safe, seen, and deeply rooted. But every landscape has its weather. The shadow of this path is that the guardian can become so focused on anchoring others that they forget their own sky. They become the mountain that gives to all but receives little light or rain for itself. They give their soil until it is barren, wondering why they feel empty, even when surrounded by the life they have nurtured. The spiritual work for the deep earth guardian is to learn the balance between being a foundation and being a living, growing part of the earth. They are here to be a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, to show us how to be deeply rooted in the world, yet still open to the vast sky. The old culture saw brown eyes as a sign of sacred wisdom. They were called the earth bringers, souls who chose to embody stability for all. The masters of my lineage taught that these eyes could channel the deep, silent knowing of the earth itself. If you walk this path, you have noticed how life confides in you. Strangers share their burdens. Friends seek your silent counsel. The young and the vulnerable are drawn to your quiet strength. This is your nature. It is the field of stability that your spirit creates around you. But understand this: your work is not to carry everyone's mountain. It is to be the mountain. To model what it looks like to be unshakably present, deeply wise, yet still reaching for your own sunlight. Your eyes are not common, they are sacred ground. Now, let us speak of the color of the open sky, blue. If your eyes are blue, you may feel that your gaze is direct, that it can make others feel seen. This is not aggression. This is the nature of your path, what the old ones called the path of the clear sky. The lightness in blue eyes is like a clearing in the mist. It reflects light in a way that scatters illusion. Those who walk this path have a gift for seeing through the fog of confusion and dishonesty. This is why they often feel they can sense the truth in people. They feel the dissonance between a person's words and their heart. Their purpose is to serve as a clear mirror for the world around them, reflecting truth not with force, but with clarity. But the shadow of this path can be a cold and lonely one. The ability to see through illusion can lead to a feeling of separation, of disappointment in a world that so often wears a mask. The spiritual work for the clear sky walker is to learn how to use their clarity with compassion. Not as a harsh wind that chills, but as a cool breeze that refreshes and clarifies. They are here to help others lay down their masks, not out of fear, but because they have created a space of profound safety where only truth can exist. The ancient northern traditions saw blue eyes as a mark of the sky gazers, those who could perceive truths beyond the veil of the everyday world. The Celtic masters taught that these souls were born with the gift of clear sight. In many quiet traditions, they were seen as natural truth speakers. If you have blue eyes, you have likely noticed that people have a very clear reaction to you. They either feel a sense of profound relief or a sense of discomfort. There is little in between. This is your energy. It invites others to meet you in a place of authenticity, and for some, that is an unfamiliar land. The modern mind might observe this pattern and call it analytical thinking, but it is a function of the heart. Your gaze is not merely beautiful, it is a tool for awakening. It is the sign of a soul that chose to serve as a living reminder of authenticity. Every time you meet another, you are unconsciously offering an invitation to truth, to clarity, to the real heart behind the persona. But understand your work. It is not to expose falsehood. It is to become a space so clear and so safe that falsehood simply dissolves. You are here to model what it looks like to live in your own truth so peacefully that others feel inspired to find theirs. In a world clouded by distraction, your clarity is a gift. Next, we speak of green, the rarest color, like a hidden clearing in a deep forest. This rarity is not by chance, it reflects its purpose. Those with green eyes walk what is called the path of the catalyst. They are here to be an agent of powerful, often sudden, change. The unique quality of green is a meeting of earth and sky. It holds the energy of the threshold, the space between what was and what will be. These souls are natural bridge builders. They help others move from one season of life to the next. This is why those on this path often feel they don't quite belong to any single group. They are too wild for the village, too grounded for the clouds. This is not a failing. It is their design. Their work is to live in the in-between spaces. The purpose of a catalyst is to ignite the spark of transformation. They have a mysterious way of entering a life at the exact moment a soul is ready to break open. They are the ones who pose the question that changes everything, who share the story that opens a new door. The shadow of this path is that the energy of change can feel unstable. People are drawn to the catalyst with great intensity. They experience a season of rapid growth, and then they must depart to integrate the change. Those with green eyes can feel as though they are always on the verge of connection, only to be left in the silence after the storm. The old Celtic way spoke of green eyes as the mark of the wild ones, those who could help others shapeshift their own lives. In the quiet schools, it was believed these eyes held the energy of spring itself, of rebirth and renewal. If you walk this path, you have noticed your effect on the world. In your presence, things accelerate. Old structures fall away. New paths appear. You are a lightning rod for the energy of becoming, but your mission is not to force the storm. Your work is to embody the energy of renewal so fully that you remind others of their own power to change. You are here to be a living example of constant, graceful evolution, to show what it looks like to be always growing, always becoming. In a world that can feel stuck, your energy of breakthrough is essential. Your green eyes are the mark of a soul who chose to be the spring rain for humanity. And finally, we speak of hazel eyes, the color of the forest floor, shifting with the light. This is perhaps the most fluid of all paths. If you have hazel eyes, you have noticed how they seem to change. This is not just an illusion of light. It is a reflection of your work, which is the path of the adaptive mirror. The mingling of colors in hazel eyes creates a unique spiritual flexibility. Those who walk this path have a fluidity of being. They can access and embody different energies depending on what a moment or a person requires. They are natural adapters. This is why they may sometimes feel they have many selves. The still counselor with one friend, the playful initiator with another, the firm protector with a third. This is not a lack of self. It is their spiritual gift. The purpose of the adaptive mirror is to show others their own forgotten potential. They have a profound ability to reflect back to people the very qualities those people need to see in themselves. They help others discover the hidden rooms within their own house. But the shadow here is that a mirror can become lost in its reflections. In adapting to the needs of others, the walker of this path can lose touch with their own center. They may begin to ask, "Who am I?" when no one is looking back at me. The ancient Greek teaching spoke of these souls as divine mirrors who could show mortals their own highest qualities. The Druids believed they had a special connection to the tree of life, which connected all worlds. If you walk this path, you have surely been told, "You help me see myself." You help others have a realization, to see a strength in themselves they never knew was there. This is your spirit, creating a field of loving recognition. But this is your sacred work. You must learn to be the mirror that is held by a steady hand, to maintain your own source of light while reflecting for others. You are here to model what it looks like to be both centered and flexible, to be true to your own core while compassionately responding to the need of the moment. In a time when so many have forgotten their own worth, your ability to reflect their light back to them is a profound act of service. Now that you see the map of your path, a warning, many hear this wisdom and grasp it like a new identity. They treat it as a label, not as a living practice. This is the greatest mistake. Your path is not who you are. It is the work you are here to do. It is the current your soul is learning to navigate in this lifetime. Every challenge, every connection, every quiet joy, it has all been the river, gently guiding you back to your own flow. Think of the moments you have felt most alive, most filled with a quiet sense of purpose. See how they align with the energy of your path. The deep earth guardian, feeling profound peace while holding space for a friend in crisis. The clear sky walker, feeling a quiet hum of energy after helping another find clarity. The catalyst, feeling alive when their idea sparks a breakthrough in someone else. The adaptive mirror, feeling true connection when they help another see their own beauty. These are not accidents. This is your soul, tasting its own purpose. But for so long, we have lived in resistance. We have tried to fit the river into a box made by society. We wonder why life feels like a struggle, when we are literally trying to swim against our own deepest current. The Earth Guardian, told they are too quiet, trying to be loud. The Skywalker, told they are too intense, trying to be casual. The Catalyst, told they are too disruptive, trying to be still. The Mirror, told they are too changeable, trying to be rigid. This is the source of the friction. This is why you have felt adrift. You have been trying to be a shape you are not, instead of becoming more deeply who you are. Here is a practice for you. For the next 7 days, simply notice. Pay attention to the moments you feel an expansion, a sense of energy, of rightness, of flow. What are you doing? What energy are you offering? These are the moments your path is being honored. Then pay attention to the moments you feel a contraction. Drained, frustrated, empty. What are you doing then? What energy are you forcing? These are the moments you are working against your nature. The purpose is not to change your whole life tomorrow. The purpose is to begin making small, conscious shifts. To choose the flow. Your spiritual path is not a cage. It is a specialization. It is your soul's way of showing you where your greatest gift lies, where you can offer the deepest service, where you can find the most profound peace. The ancient ones understood that a forest needs all kinds of trees. The strong oak, the flexible willow, the soaring pine. Each fulfills its nature, and so the whole forest thrives. Share this understanding with someone whose spirit you have always seen in their eyes. Help them discover the map to their own inner world, and ask yourself now, what is one small step you can take today to honor the river of your own soul? This is not about self-improvement. This is about self-remembrance. It is about taking your unique place in the great pattern of life. Your eyes have been reflecting your purpose to you your entire life. Now, it is time to turn your own gaze inward and begin the journey home.